Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kodesh, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the whole full that scattered abroad at the four corners of the earth. So, lately, the renowned tennis player Naomi Osaka has been in the news for reasons that aren't considered good by many people. As you can see, I got a few headlines over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some of them. This one is from Newsweek. Candace Owens tells special snowflake Naomi Osaka to quit tennis, backtracks hours later. Right, so the gist of it is that she was in the tennis tournament over there in France, and she withdrew from it because she suffers from mental instability. So she wasn't up for doing the media work. Doing interviews with the media. She said that she just mentally wasn't there, and the tournament responded by fining her $15,000. So she ended up withdrawing from the tournament, and that obviously caused some backlash. Here's another one. Tennis officials and Naomi Osaka saga needed to be more compassionate, ex-star says. Serena Williams showed support to Naomi Osaka after she was criticized for not doing press. And I'm guessing that says at French Open. But I was looking at these articles. I'll just read this headline right here. Assessing Osaka's sad departure from the French Open. So yeah, they're making a big deal about this because she's actually really relevant in the sport, and she's actually ranked #1 in women's tennis in the world, I think. Let's read this article right here. Many of us should be aware of who Candace Owens is. She's that black woman that be cooning up there on TV. So this article reads, Candace Owens tells special snowflake Naomi Osaka to quit tennis, backtracks hours later. So she took it back. Conservative commentator Candace Owens initially told Naomi Osaka to quit tennis, before later backtracking on her comments when the tennis star revealed the extent of her mental health struggles. On Monday afternoon, Osaka, 23, formally ranked number 1 by the World's Tennis Association, announced that she was withdrawing from the French Open a day after she was fined $15,000 by the tournament organizers for refusing to take part in press conferences. Last Wednesday, Osaka announced that she would not take part in media interviews due to their effect on her mental health, and after pulling out of the event on Monday, she elaborated on her struggles, explaining that she has suffered from bouts of depression since 2018. Right, and that all goes back to the curses. You understand? And to be honest with you, we all suffer from bouts of depression. There's days where you're high, and there's days when you're low. Like Paul said, there's days when you're abased, and there's days when you're abound. Matter of fact, I may get that scripture in this video, because we all go through struggles in life, and like I said, we're still under the curses. This goes back to the curses, and I'm gonna get that scripture in this video as well. And Naomi Osaka is an Israelite. Her father is so-called Haitian, so that's Levi. That's the tribe of Levi, and her mother is Japanese. That's why her last name is Osaka. So she's a Jake. That's why she's so good at tennis. Next paragraph. I think now the best thing for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being is that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on tennis going on in Paris. I never wanted to be a distraction, and I accept that my timing was not ideal, and my message could have been clearer. More importantly, I would never trivialize mental health or use the term lightly, Osaka wrote in a lengthy message on Monday. Prior to Osaka's announcement, Owens criticized the tennis star, quote tweeting a post from the 23-year-old where she wrote, "The anger is a lack of understanding. Change makes people uncomfortable." Owens replied, she's starting to get so annoying. Just quit tennis and become a full-time activist. You make millions and now complaining again because you think you're a special snowflake that shouldn't have to do press conferences because they are a form of mental abuse. You see, Candace Owens, she's really that black woman that be trying to coon for the so-called white man. You know, she hates when athletes take a social stand for the people. You understand? Even though I personally don't agree with BLM, Black Lives Matter. However, I understand like the standpoint where they're coming from. You know, they're in their head and these athletes' minds. You know, they feel like they're taking a stand for the people. You know, the supporting the people and the struggles that the so-called blacks go through in this country. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites. You know, and just to touch on Naomi Osaka's mental mental struggles. Um, she admitted that she's not a very gregarious person. She's more so an introvert. That's why she said that's why she tends to have on her headphones when she's at those tournaments. So people handle these curses in different ways. You know, people go through them worse than others. You understand? You know, some brothers or sisters, they would rise to the occasion. You know, they wouldn't mind doing the media. They wouldn't mind uh, socializing with the other tennis players and whatnot. You know, they just simply rise to the occasion. You know, but Naomi Osaka, she's different. You know, she's her own person. So this ad is annoying. How do I take this ad off? Whatever. So Candace Owens calls her an activist. You make millions. Just because you got millions of dollars doesn't mean that you turn your back on social issues. That's just my opinion. So yeah, they clap back at each other on Twitter. But anyways, that's it. Y'all get the gist of the situation. So so I don't forget, let me get this scripture. Philippians 4. So this is Philippians 4 and 12. I know both how to be abased and I know how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things I am structured both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So the Apostle Paul wrote this, and he understands that life has its ups and its downs, and you just have to have the mental fortitude to deal with the situations that that come at you in life. And the society, on the one hand, they try to support mental health. They try to raise awareness about it, and then on the other hand, the society doesn't give a shit about mental health, because if they truly did, if the society truly did, then they would honor the Sabbath. There would be a Sabbath every week. You know, they would keep the Sabbath. You wouldn't have to work 5 days a week. You know, and you wouldn't have to work 8-hour shifts. That has a role. That plays a role on people's mental health. You know, the workloads. So, the society doesn't give a shit. They really just give a shit about the money and the power. But anyways, wanted to bring that out. Um, let's get this. Let's go. This goes back to the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. When you read Deuteronomy 28, it goes into the curses that the Israelites would be under today. And so this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. So there's no escaping these curses as a nation. And like I said, these curses, when you read down, the curses affect some more so than others. But either way, we're all affected to a degree. And Naomi Osaka has millions in the bank, man. But she still can't shake her bouts of depression. And we all go through that. Next precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 15 and 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside and ask how thou doest? So the society tries to act like they give a fuck about us and our mental health and all that stuff, but really they don't. This society is condescending. It's contradicting. We live in a hypocritical society. That the powers that be are hypocrites. You understand? So they don't give a damn how we doing. They can care less. They could truly care less about Naomi Osaka. That's why you got some people coming at her. Like, what does it matter to you if she feels that she can't continue because of her mental health? If anything, you should support her, right? I mean, you say you care about people's mental health in the society, but then on the other hand, you want to come for her. You see, mainstream media and, certain media outlets, they're just a joke. Look at this one. Going back to the articles, CNN, Nike backs Naomi Osaka after she withdraws from French Open. So does it shock me that Nike's not trying to relegate their athlete Naomi Osaka? No, it does not, because Nike's known for supporting the mental health tip. But hey, at the same time, if they gave a damn about people's mental health, they'll be paying them factory workers over there in Asia more, huh? Wouldn't they? They probably would work them less. So again, it goes back to money. And this current world that we live in is it's so set out of place. It's not even in order. You know. Truth be told, Naomi Osaka, if this was like back in like the ancient world, she wouldn't even be like a tennis star. You understand? She would she would have a husband. You know, she would be guiding the house. So we're just living in the world that we're living in right now and today, and the Most High does show uh, His greatness through us, the Israelites, and you see constantly that the Israelites, you know, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native, they dominate the sports today. They dominate. Naomi Osaka's ranked number one. You know, you have other athletes in different sports. You know, LeBron James. You know, Kevin Durant. Um, Even in baseball, all the tops athletes there are so-called Dominican. So that's not a coincidence. We're the Israelites. Israel stands for Prince of Power. He is Prince of God. So we're all. You got Jakes that are, you know, many gods. You know, that's why their athletic ability shines when they get on the platform. You understand? So we're the Lord's chosen people. So the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But yeah, as you can see, you can clearly tell that she's half uh, Japanese, but like I said, her father. So let's look up her parents. Yeah, her father's a straight up Jake, Haiti. So you can't fake that. She's a Jake all the way. That's why she's so good at tennis. But yeah, don't mind me. I'm just looking at these articles. Let's flip and do some more. Oh yeah, you have Russell Wilson, Stephen Curry among athletes supporting Naomi Osaka after French Open withdrawal, and they're Jakes too, and they're good at what they do. So yeah, man, I just figured I'd make a quick little video on this subject, um, and filter it through the scriptures. So I hope y'all found this video edifying. Shalom.